I'm Shalina Tobin, aka Posh Nosh Gal, and today I'm joined by the wonderful Kim Woodward. Kim's career started at the stunningly beautiful Big Cedar Lodge in Missouri in the United States, where she was just 18. After returning to the UK and having completed stints at several Gordon Ramsay restaurants, she shot to culinary fame in 2015 by becoming the first ever female head chef at the famous Savoy Grill. Now, as well as being a regular on our TV screens, she is executive chef at 100 Wardour Street and continues to challenge the boundaries of sustainable, high-quality cuisine. Hi, Kim. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, such challenging times. How are you dealing with it?
Well, I mean, these are definitely challenging times, I think, for everyone in the industry. I'm trying to just cope with it the best I can, staying busy as much as I can, eating healthy, which is a really good thing.
Brilliant.
Going for regular walks and runs, really pushing myself just to stay positive, because at the end of it, we are going to come out back in the industry.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, once restaurants are open up again, I mean, what kind of changes do you feel that 100 Wardour Street will go through?
Well, Wardour Street's a very big venue. So for us, that's a good thing, because normally we'd do 200 to 300 customers. So social distancing is a key factor for everyone out there. And I think it's important that we can do the social distancing in such a big venue. And we need to encourage people to actually go out and go to the restaurants, encourage that, because everyone used to go to the restaurants. I'm excited to get back to restaurants. It's just we need to make sure that social distancing's there. It's a good thing. We're doing the right thing. Health and safety guidelines, these are very important things for people to not be afraid to go back out and eat.
Yeah, absolutely. And did you think about opening up your kitchens for home deliveries as other restaurants are doing?
We've done some from other restaurants in the D&D company.
Right.
We've opened up and done Help for Heroes, the takeaway for NHS. We've done a lot of that. So that's been obviously a big part of what some of the people in the D&D company have been doing.
Right.
So.
Okay. And I mean, speaking about 100 Wardour, I mean, it's a bar, it's a club, and a restaurant. How do you work around the variety of your menus?
So we have a lounge, which is the lounge and the bar. Very casual dining. Bar snacks are a big thing, obviously, for the drink and the cocktails. And then we have the club, which is more of the restaurant, where we have the live music, which is a key factor for going out. You've got great atmosphere, and then the food comes with it. So they're very different style menus. Absolutely.
And what is the ethos behind your cooking style?
So, I mean, I love any type of cooking. I love fresh ingredients. I love seasonality. And for me, it's all about the sustainable ingredients.
Yeah.
I love to know where all the products come from. I love to know where my beef comes from, where my vegetables come from. This is massive to write on the menu and to explain to customers that I'm a passionate chef about food, always have been, in 20 years of my cooking. And it's important to really put that out there on menus. For me, it's just important. People should know what they're eating, where it's from.
Yeah. And where does your inspiration come from?
Oh, wow. I've been chefing for 20 years. So, I mean, over my time, it's inspiration about what I love best. I grow to love more foods the longer I am as a chef. There's one time I never used to love asparagus. Now I love asparagus. It's about using the best ingredients in season, and then what can I do with them? Mm-hmm. That's how I develop my menus. I mean, I'm all about, like Herdwick lamb, amazing, English asparagus, mm-hmm. Kent strawberries, which are around now. These are things which really drive my passion as a chef. So creating a menu is all about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're really well known for your vegan and vegetarian dishes. At 100 Wardour. I mean, should we expect more of that to come in the future?
I think it's important. Vegan is a big part of, London today. Yeah. A lot of chefs have been including nearly 20% of the menu of vegan aspects, starters, mains, desserts. It's important to really include that, because it's where London has actually been going since last year. It's become more and more apparent that, vegan, gluten-free. These are important key factors for me designing a menu. Yes, I will be always doing these things on the menu. I think it's important to make sure you have offerings for everybody.
Yeah. And is your signature dish, is it a vegan dish?
I wouldn't say I had a signature dish, but
Okay.
probably not vegan.
Okay. And so what is the most popular dish at 100 Wardour?
Wow. I mean, in the restaurant, which is the club, we do a lot of the sharing dishes, and that's great for obviously the family style, sharing for two. The steaks are a big part, the tomahawk, the Chateaubriand. We do a lobster seafood linguine. There's so many different options, which everyone goes out to eat. Great steak, fresh seafood. These are all things which I think are, definitely keepers on the menu.
Yeah. And 100 Wardour is a completely different restaurant altogether to Savoy Grill, where one is fine dining and the other is more flexible and casual. Which style would you say brings the best out in you?
Oh wow. I enjoy both styles of cooking. I mean, the fine dining I love because you spend time on the plate, the ingredients, a bit more detail. The casual is about finding the best ingredients and what can you do with them. Obviously, I enjoy both. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I can't really say I love one or the other. I do enjoy both. If I had a restaurant, I'd have a fine dining side. I'd have a casual side as well. People like the casual style of dining, and also people like the finer dining. I
Yeah.
like to go out and eat fine dining. I
Yeah.
like to eat out more casual as well.
Well, speaking of your own restaurant, have you ever thought about it?
It always comes up in my mind. Would I like to? Yes, I would. When is the right time? You never know. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe in the future.
Well, you've got so much time to think about it, so you never know. You could be inspired to go in there and just start up on your own.
Well, that's it. I mean, it's been 2 months now of lockdown, staying in. We're finally getting out a little bit,
Mhm.
but there's lots of positive things to stay, look forward to in the restaurants. We're hoping for July. Reopening restaurants. These are really positive things which we can now put in our mindset to get ready for.
Yeah, yeah. And you were the first female head chef at the Savoy. How did that feel?
Wow, that's a massive moment for me in my career. I mean, being the first female head chef, wow, female as well. I mean, it's amazing. I'm very proud of that moment. That is a really big part of my career, which I can say I'm proud of. But, to be at the Savoy Grill, never been done before, 126-year history.
Yeah.
This is, amazing. I really, when it happened, we couldn't actually believe it was actually true. We had to really look at the archives and, wow, this was a massive moment for me. And I'm very proud of that.
Oh, I bet you are. And
Yeah,
I mean, it's such a male dominated industry. How was it as a woman working your way to the top?
wow. So it's always going to be a male dominated, industry, but there are some amazing female chefs out there. And climbing your way to the top is always about showing dedication, passion, drive. I've got all that in me. I know that after being hungry, I want more out of life. I want to be better than what I am. And it's, about showing those things through my career, which has led me to where I am today. So, I'm very thankful for me being passionate. I love food. I love making menus. I love driving teams. This is a big part of where I am today. So it's
Yeah.
been a massive, part.
And what advice would you give to a young female aspiring chef?
Get out.
I
No,
do.
I mean, there's some amazing females which are young, bright, ambitious. You've really got to know, is this what you want to do for the rest of your career? Because you've got to go for it. You can't really just sit around going, do I want to be a chef? Is this the right industry? You've got to know. I know that I love being a chef. I'm 20 years in already, and I know I'm going to probably be chefing for the rest of my life. That's the kind of attitude you got to go in with it. And anyone that does want to be a chef, then just go for it. There's nothing stopping you. It's creative. It's ambitious. It's, I love being in the kitchen where everyone's shouting and, service is there. that's the element that you need to be born into.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, you were with Gordon Ramsay for many years. What's the best advice that he ever gave you?
Wow, just keep going. No, he was a great inspirational guy, a very highly driven, passionate man. And, he always said to me, keep going, and that's all I ever did. I worked with him for 9.5 years, nearly 10. And it is about being, you've got to see the future. You've got to always look forward, never look back. You can't always go back. So why look at that? It's about going forward. And even like in today, we need to look forward to the future, getting the restaurants back open. That's a massive thing.
Yeah. And what was your, oh my God, I really want to be a chef moment?
Well, I think I was 16 actually, and I went, I don't know, I think I must have read an article, when you're at college and you go, what do you want to be in your future? I want to be a photographer. But I actually changed my mind and went, this sounds good. I love being on my feet. I hate being bored. So, I mean, I've not been bored at all. It's, very ambitious. So I think probably back when I was 16, I just went, that's it. There's something that I read that said, I have to be a chef.
Yeah. Well, my next question was going to be, if not a chef, what would you have been? But is it a photographer?
It probably would have been. I mean, my passion for pictures, whether it's food or anything, I love that, artistic eye. I love seeing, a picture in a frame, and it really tells a story for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do like taking a lot of pictures, not very professional, but, it probably would have been my second choice, probably.
Yeah. Well, you've probably got a lot of time to do a lot of pictures now, to take them.
I'm always taking pictures of my food. I'm cooking every day.
No, it's brilliant. You're like your own photographer. It's fab.
Yeah, got to get the right shot of the dish, the angle.
Yeah. Do you use your iPhone or do you use a proper SLR?
No, I use my iPhone mostly when I'm cooking because it's very, I'm cooking, quick take the picture, and then, I want to post it, so I'm always posting on Instagram anyway.
Post it before eat it?
Yes.
Really?
Halfway through normally, yeah. I mean,
Wow.
in the moment, it's quite live. If I'm cooking a barbecue outside, which I've been doing a lot in this great weather.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're cooking, you're boomeranging, it's just something to, again, keep me busy. But it's also, I'm always about food. Food. I'm cooking, I'm baking, keeping up my pastry skills, These are things I wouldn't normally do. But again, a bit of time on your hands, it's amazing what you can do.
Yeah, absolutely. And how has your cooking style evolved over your career?
Oh, it's changed a lot. I mean, definitely way I think, ingredients, less is more. It's about quality, definitely. I mean, back probably, say, 15 years ago, I won't be thinking what I am now. But now I'm obviously thinking, even at 100 Wardour Street, it's about the quality of the fish, of the meat. It's about the dessert. Does it need more? No, it doesn't. It's about really showcasing individual ingredients. And that's what I feel is a big part of my cooking. Definitely with less is more, really outstanding ingredients. Where are they from? These are the things which I think.
And we touched on sustainability earlier on. I mean, we know it's very important to you. Can you give us some examples of your approach in that area?
So when I'm designing a menu, I'm looking at obviously the fish, the meat. I love to actually call my suppliers, which I have great relationships with. And I say to them, like, where's the meat from? Is it Herdwick? Is it, Angus beef? It's like, where is it actually from? Sussex. I use great meat suppliers. The quality is there. And I want to showcase that on menus. I want to say it's grass-fed. I want to say it's dry-aged. I always look at my vegetables. Vegetables can be the best quality. They can be, and for me, it's, asparagus. It's in season for a very short time, like now, and it's a shame it's not on the menus in all the restaurants. You got strawberries coming through. Kent are highly recommendable. Which I tried some from one of my suppliers. They sent me, and absolutely, it's a shame the restaurants aren't open so people can actually try them. It's such a shame. I mean, I love finding, the fish, where's it from, which part of the coast, tuna, is it bluefin? It's like, these are the things which you want to know so you can talk about it.
Yeah.
That's what the restaurants are all about, talking about food.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So just moving on, you were a semi-finalist on MasterChef The Professionals. Did you enjoy that experience?
I'd say looking back, now that was 2011, so about 9 years ago.
Yeah,
It was a good experience, probably back then in my age, but I'd say it was for the younger generation to kind of take part in these competitions. Now I look back, would I do it again? No. But I think, for people want to do the MasterChef, want to do the competitions, want to keep trying themselves. For me, it's a competition, so it's about you want to win, always want to win. Did I win? No. But it's about taking part, and I think that's a really big thing to make sure if anyone looking out for any competitions, you've got to get involved. There's no point just saying, yeah, I want to do it, but then you don't do it. At least I did it and I took part, and I'm happy and proud of that moment. Semi-finalists, didn't make it any further, but you know what? I got to go cook at Glen Eagles. I mean, amazing experience. I never probably would have gone up to Scotland and cooked, up there. So I've had, great opportunity, through that, great experiences. You learn a lot. You get to see competition out
yeah.
there as well.
And I mean, it must have been such a high pressurized environment. All eyes are on you, all cameras are on you. But even, when you compare that now to being in a kitchen environment, it's such high pressure. What do you do to relax from that sort of environment?
Well, I don't really relax. I mean, this is the point. I mean, when you're in a kitchen, it's always go, go, go. My life is very fast paced, living in London, to actually calm down and be, stress free. Well, 2 months of not being in a restaurant has actually been a lot of, good time for me
Right.
to get rid of all the stress, recharge the batteries, which I think is amazing for everyone who's had this time off, you know. So, I mean, I like to go out and eat at restaurants, that's my relaxed time. Go out and eat and have a nice bottle of wine.
And where is your favorite restaurant?
I've got so many that I love to go and eat. I mean, it was my birthday, on this whole time off, and it's a shame I didn't go to the actual restaurant I chose because I've never been there.
Which
But it
which
was
one did
actually,
you choose?
I chose the Goring Hotel, the restaurant inside,
Okay.
and it looked like a fantastic menu. And I will go there, when this is all over. But a couple of my favourites, whether they're casual or fine dining, Scott's in Mayfair,
Yep.
absolutely brilliant, seafood. Casual, flesh and buns. I like the atmosphere. The one in Covent Garden, brilliant. These are all just like my favorite foods. It's like you go there for great atmosphere. You go for that's what restaurant life is. It's great atmosphere, great food.
Yeah. Fabulous. So when we open up again, what can we expect to see from you?
Well, when this is all over, it's about what I feel is right to do is menu design obviously needs to be spot on, seasonality, getting ready for obviously Christmas as well, coming up very soon, you never know. But also, building that team, building that positivity with everyone. It's about, I work in a big company, D&D. So it's about everyone working together, looking for the future. I'm a very positive person. So it's all about, just building these things up with the front of house, with the back of house. How can we introduce social distancing? It's about all this, just keep it going to make sure that people are not afraid, to go out. I'm
Yeah.
not afraid to go out. I want to go out and eat. I want to go and sit in restaurants. People are doing the right things. And I think what we're going to do is we're definitely just going to abide by all the rules that we need to do. And for me, it's all about then the food,
Yeah.
new menus, exciting food, and just keep it evolving.
Amazing. Well, we love your positivity and thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure to chat to you today. And guys, if you wanted to follow Kim, she's on Instagram at K007Wood. And I'm at Posh Nosh Gal. Thanks, Kim.
Thank you. Bye.